guys, your favorite auditor's favorite auditor, Audit Dim, the one who encourages you to audit them. Just waiting for a few people to catch in. Richard, how's it going, Rich? Fake Michael, real news. What up, bro? Marhag, just waiting for a few people to get in here. Guys, make sure you go ahead and hit the thumb up for me. Hit the thumb up, hit the thumb up. How's everybody hanging, man? Today's auditing day. We are out here in the field. I'm headed to a suburb called so and so. I'm headed to a city hall called so and so. If you hear the audio, press button number 1. Fake Michael, my fucking man. Man, I gotta get my mods back in order. I cleansed all my mods because I had a rogue mod in my chat. Hopefully everybody's well. Man, we got so many updates, guys. I'm gonna shock the auditing community real soon. We're gonna have some updated news I'm not really gonna talk about, but I'm doing something to give the auditing community so much peace. You guys just sit back and wait and see what I'm talking about. Something that has been associated with the auditing community. So we're gonna get that straightened out. Hey, Dale W, how's it going? Martha G, hello there. Showcase Audit, how's it going? Sup G, Soup G, Justice, Bartlett Allen, yes sir, Justice. Yes indeed, man, the auditors are going to get justice. The world is going to get justice. How's everybody hanging? You Showcase on Audit. Yeah, salute to Showcase Audit. He did an analysis of the auditors. I really like those. Those are real cool. Analyses. Yeah, man, we got a lot of things lined up. So many things lined up. I have a video that I'm gonna be releasing soon of a police officer. This is so funny. A police officer and a police sergeant. You guys are gonna really love what I'm about to. There's so many things I'm gonna get into, man. But there's a police officer and a sergeant who claimed that an official instrument that I was presenting, that I put whiteout on an official instrument, you know, a document, a negotiable instrument, official government record. So the cops, they're trying to convince themselves that I had put whiteout on a government document, which the government document has 3 or 4 white receipts attached to it. About 2 receipts, credit card payment and all that. So man, I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna be exposing so many things you guys just don't even know, man. I just been working on a whole bunch of other things as well, because everything really, it ties together. Everything is going to tie all together, and I'm gonna show it to you guys, man. A lot of this time off too, I've been taking a lot of this time off to learn and study through the laws and the courts and all that stuff. But I'm not sure if I'm even gonna go live right now while auditing, but I might even do that. So if you guys just hang tight, because we're gonna be in for a good one. Hey there, Delilah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff, man, we're gonna get into. Whole lot of stuff, man. Whole lot of stuff. I learned that, you know, you really can't, you know, you really can't get on these lines until you get on these lines with the right time. You gotta get on these airwaves with the right credential. So that's what I'm saying. I want to be able to present to you guys everything with evidence, everything, the right credential. So we're gonna be working on a whole lot of stuff, man. I'm telling you. Real soon in the next upcoming weeks, since I have so many unreleased videos, I'm gonna release a whole bunch of trailers, right? Trailers, you know, 1.5 minute trailers, something like that. I'm gonna release a bunch of premieres too. It's gonna have the thumbnail of the employees, Cocky, and it's gonna have the name of the video, and it's gonna say this video would be released in 2 weeks from now, for example. So oh wow, so look at Bad Cop 67. He just left me a comment right here. He said he just served a year in jail for telling the county commissioner in Indiana that they are dirty motherfuckers. So what this is telling me is that bad cop found out that they violated his First Amendment right, freedom of speech, right? So you're saying bad cop. You're saying there was only one instance, or was it two or more, or is there more to the story, or is it that you just went in and you told the county commissioner and some staff that they are corrupt or bastards or motherfucker, right? And that's what decided. That's why they decided to. That's why they decided. Could you tell me more about the story? Because that's starting to see. I'm starting to see that the United States is starting to violate people's First Amendment right off of speech, right? I've been doing a lot of research in this. Sometimes people try to conflate free speech with other offenses. So that's why you really have to look at the full circumstance, the full situation. Now, bad cop is saying a lot more. Okay, so it was not just one instance; it was more than one incident. Can you brief me on that? Right. Is there more to it? Did they get you with a stalking charge or something like that? Because usually stalking is only 2 offenses or more. So if you went to the county commissioner, that's kind of odd because they are government officials. You have a higher right to scrutinize a government official than you have a private person. If you were, if they perceived it as harassing, if they perceived that as harassing 2 or more times to a private person, that could probably be a victim and they could go forward with those charges. But it's kind of shocking for a government official to jail you for 1 year for calling them a stupid motherfucker. And it was in an open meeting? Even worse, bro. It sounds like you got a lawsuit on your hand, bro. Tell me what the circumstances is, man. These are all case studies to me. Newcastle, Indiana, corrupt, says Patricia. Oh my God, Yardy, 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 Yardy. To help with the gas, my man. God bless you. God bless you, Yardy, man. I swear to God, Yardy doing the most. They don't like my viewpoint, says bad cop. So what is it what was the charge exactly? Because I know a misdemeanor is 1 year. So you mentioned 1 year. Was that a misdemeanor that you did 365 days for a misdemeanor? Or what exactly did they charge you with? I'm looking to the right over there. I see a tree that has mulberries on it. I swear to God, every year these mulberries grow on multiple trees throughout Chicago. I walk up right to the tree and I start eating those like blueberries, mulberries right off the branch. I don't wash them. I don't do nothing. I just eat them right off the branch. Yeah, so Did you document any of it? Howard is asking. Yeah, bad cop. I'm interested in that story, bro. You see, with situations and scenarios like this is why I say the auditing community and the followers of the auditors, they need to really step their game up. Bad, man. For example, someone like he got violated for that, right? There has to be a whole bunch of citizens that are investigating through the FOIAs. Sheriff threatened my life, saying my friends would take care of me, and the county commissioner threatened to. Damn. So bad cop, let me get this straight. They threatened your life. Government officials threatened your life, but you were jailed for 1 year? We gotta roll out the fake news on that, man. We gotta roll out CNBC or ABC. But a man was arrested for, not limited to, 365 days. But for what? Or from who? Yep, that's right. First Amendment right. He told the government employee to go fuck themselves. They tried to make you sound like a stalker, probably. You probably went and told them to go fuck themselves a total of 3 times. So they used the law for stalking 2 or more. Imagine them putting you in a courtroom claiming that you're a stalker because you told a government employee to go fuck himself 3 times. But then they got a real life stalker that has been stalking folk for 4 years. And he thinks he's gonna get away clean. Nah, it don't sound like, from what you told me so far, it's odd. I'm not getting the full picture, bro. So I went to redress them for what's going on, and when it was time to speak, they wouldn't let me. But my question is, bad cop, what was the charge, my man? Oh, trespass, disorderly conduct, and resisting. There you go. Okay. So trespass, they gave you 60 days. Disorderly conduct, they gave you a couple months, and fucking resisting, they gave you a couple months. So are you saying they combined all 3 of those and gave you 365 days? So trespass, we would have to know exactly what building you were in, right, to determine if it was trespass. Because if you were in an open meeting act, there's no way you could be trespassed. Second, disorderly conduct, we would have to review that. And then we would have to review the resisting. The resisting should have never came, probably, if they shouldn't put their hands on you for your first speech, because you're not targeting an innocent civilian. I wouldn't think. You're directing your free speech towards a government employee while he's in government office during his collection of funds. You see, this is why it's unbelievable, man, with this whole society. People are on fucking edge. People don't know what's coming. Hey Nicole, how's it going? Nicole's my only mod, the only modulator on my channel. I gotta put everybody back. Hey Fake Mike, if you're still in here, bro, please put your name so I could put you back as a mod, bro. If you're in here, let me know. Press the number 1 so I could dump that mod on you. Nicole, how's it going? Nicole Sunshine. I have everything on film, says Bad Cop. Yeah, I would love to see that, Bad Cop. So, let me get this straight. Were you in a government open meeting while they claim trespass? Because in Illinois, you cannot be trespassed from a government setting, from a place open to the public during normal business hours. In the subsection, this trespass code shall not apply to persons in a building during normal regular business hours. Oh, so Bad Cop, you were okay. So beautiful. So if it wasn't for that charge, if it wasn't for that trespass charge, everything else that came after that should be void ab initio. So you probably got to do a 1401 on them. You got to do, I'm not sure what it is in your state. You probably got to do a vacate. Officer showed up at public audit school to register. Hey, PP, what up, though? Sapphire says officers showed up at a public audit school to register, and police showed up to 602 me. The school got public funds through. What is a 602? Yeah, that sounds like a big story, bad cop. That sounds like a big story, bro. So like I said, if they find out that you were never supposed to be trespassed, because I could imagine it. The police officer walks up to you, he says, you're being trespassed. You say, no the fuck I'm not. I have a right to be here. He says, now you're disorderly because you're getting loud. So now there's another charge. Your trespass is first. Your disorderly is second. No, you throw your elbow out because you have a right to resist unlawful arrest. Now they tack on a third charge. They tack on resisting. So like I said, if it wasn't never for the trespass, they will never apprehend you. Now, is the trespass legal or not? Oh, Nicole, I appreciate that, Nicole. I would love to see who these people are before I mute them. I'd like to take a screenshot for them because I'm doing something real nice for them. But, yeah, so trespass, man, that sounds tricky and fishy. I don't know if you got tartar sauce on there or mild sauce. But what they did, it does sound funny. Tricky and fishy. They probably had fish and chips when they got back to the office. I'm looking at a car wash on the left side over here. It's called, or a little restaurant. It's called Hog Wild. It should be called Hog Wash. Right, don't take the arrest. Yeah, I'm not sure what your circumstance is, bro, but sometimes you just gotta be like, you just gotta remain calm in all times, bro. They could never win you over when you're calm. Even though you have the right to be angry and you have the right to say fuck them and fuck you and all that, that's all gonna be played back in the court, bro. That will be played back, and they frown upon that type of shit. Yardy says, my man, after the stream, please look at what happened to Henry Novick in the UK. Yeah, I am gonna screenshot that, bro. Man, I always, sometimes I push things to the side for too long and then I end up forgetting about things. I took a screenshot of it, man. Hopefully once I get back, I'll search that up. I got a little nice ride to my destination right now. I'm not gonna say if I'm in an Uber. I'm not gonna say if I'm driving. I'm in a passenger. I'm not gonna say none of that. I'm not gonna say where I'm headed, but I am gonna pull up to them people. Them people are gonna get pulled up on. Alrighty. So Bad Cop says, how can I send you information? Yes, indeed, Bad Cop. Please send me that info to my email found on my About section, which is contactauditdem@proton.me. My email is on the About section on my YouTube column, my YouTube channel. Sapphire says, I complained and got a letter saying the office were exonerated. Oh wow, Sapphire, can you please tell me about that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Yeah, so Bad Cop, I think there's more to the story, bro, but from the thousands upon thousands of videos I've seen online, I kind of feel how, I'm trying to think of how your circumstance went. I really think that it's just that clean cut. You went in there kind of loud, exercising your voice. You told them they are shady, and they fucking violated your right. So now the main thing is we gotta figure out the trespass code for Indiana, bro. Because if indeed you have a right to be in an OMA, that's one. You have a right to record Open Meetings Act, that's two. You have a right to speak, that's three, and your voice louder, that's four. Right now, if we look at disorderly conduct, but we shouldn't even get to disorderly conduct if the trespass is not valid. So that's the first point, man. I'm not sure though. I'm just talking. I didn't see no paperwork. I didn't see no charging instrument. I didn't do no research. I didn't look up shit. Only thing I could do, bro, is I could only go by what you're telling me. You're telling me they claim disorderly conduct. You're saying they claim trespass, and you're claiming they claimed disorderly conduct, trespass, and what was the other one? Resisting. So the only thing I could do right now is I could look up these 3 statutes in Indiana, and I could compare that next to the video that you have. Then I could compare that next to the internal police reports that the police did not even issue to nobody via FOIA. Then we look up into their emails, the employees, the government emails talking, yes, we finally got that bastard. He came in here calling us shady. We got his ass. So this is why we need to bundle up a community of you folks followers. So you folks could be trained on FOIA, and you folks could narrow down and do research for people, man. But like I said, it's gonna take some time. Until I release that app, it's just yap. I FOIA the block program funding the audit school, and the police were exonerated. The police were exonerated for trying to trespass me. I was recording in the public. I like to hear about that story too, man. That sounds bad. Bad Cop says they refuse all FOIA requests. Tell me what I'm doing. They refuse all FOIA requests. Tell me what I am doing is not legal. Well, for Indiana Public Record Act, I think it's number 140. I forgot what number it is. Indiana requires your full name, your home address, and your phone number unless you could prove indigent. So, did you provide your name and home address in order to receive your FOIA request in Indiana? If you did not include your name or your home address, or prove that you're a resident of Indiana with those means, phone number, then they could deny you under that statute. Right, that's the number, yeah, 51431, right. So did you include your name? That sucks. Indiana FOIA and Michigan FOIA. Indiana, it's not referred to as FOIA. Michigan it is. But Indiana and Michigan FOIA laws suck, man. They're fucking garbage. Also, you did include your name. Okay. The next question would be, bro, is what exactly did you word when you initiated your Freedom of Information request? What exactly did you write down? What words did you choose or use? And the next question would be is what's their initial response? How did they respond to your initial words? That's what really matters. Because they could decline you public records based off of your lack of a request, right? Sometimes people don't know that they are not requesting the things the right way. So that's what I would like to see, is that what was your initial request, exact writing, and what was their initial response. Your request could be all right, and you could have identified a record that you're seeking for and provided a time frame with no problem. They could be concealing or refraining from disclosure of public records on purpose with an unlawful reason that you might not be sure of. It might be there in plain sight, in writing. But this is what I do. I know how to read through these things. I've been reading through FOIAs before the AIs came out, before the chat GPTs and all that shit came out. I see right the fuck through it. Right? If they write a whole page, if they write 9 paragraphs, I only identify 4 words that tells me that entire 9 paragraph. This is what I do, bro. But if you tell me to look into these things for you, you might not hear from me for the next month, bro. I might forget, or I might be tied up. I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. People reach out to me all the time, and I forget to respond to people. Sometimes it takes me so long to respond to a person. But I do expedite my Auditor Shield membership, though. But still, you know what I'm saying? Business is biz. I still like extending the arm out there to help folks out, you know? Because we're all gonna help each other out, man. They never responded, nothing in 4 years and counting. Ooh-wee! Okay, so that's your fault then, bro. First of all, if they never responded in 4 years, bro, why would you take 4 years and think they're ever gonna respond? If they haven't responded in the first 21 days, bro, you gotta shoot them a follow-up. Did you follow up with them? Or did you just shoot an email one time, they never responded, and that was it? Here you are 4 years later. Now, another question is, if they did not respond back then, why did they not respond? Sometimes in some jurisdictions, not responding, a government agency that does not respond to a freedom of information request is not necessarily a violation. It's more of a denial. They denied you access. So with that denial of access, you can contact the Attorney General's office in Indiana to reach out to them. Right. Yeah. But now, you also have to be careful too, because if you're claiming that was 4 years ago, some states have a 2-year retention period where they destroy public records. They're allowed to by the archivist of the state. They're allowed to destroy public records after a retention period of 2, 4 years, whatever it is. So if Indiana, they have a 2-year retention period, they might have destroyed your original request. So now you're out of it. You can't fight that no more. You can't look back and question them about that no more, because it's been 4 years. So you have to make sure that you stay on this stuff, bro. Bad Cop says they say they don't have to comply with FOIA requests. They can't read them, or they are following policies, just nothing but threats and arrest. Okay, so here you are. You're telling me now that they say they don't want to comply with FOIA requests. Beautiful. So now tell me, Mr. Bad Cop, how exactly did they tell you they don't have to comply with FOIA requests? Did they tell you that in writing? Did they tell you that via the telephone? And if so, what exact words did they use to tell you that? What exactly did they tell you? Do you recall who's the person who told you that? Come on, man, you gotta narrow down, bro. Because now you're getting me interested. Now you're getting me interested. Now I might turn into a grifter to take a ride out there just so I could go audit them. Yeah, sure, I want to file a FOIA request in Indiana. I don't live there. I can't put my name or my address because I don't live in Indiana. But my friend Billy down the street does. He's willing to put his information on a FOIA. Yeah, that sounds fishy and tricky, man. I'm telling you, they need fish and chips. OMG, OMG. So you're telling me a government official of who you know his name is, and he told you on video, oh no, we don't comply with FOIA requests. Yeah, that's a big one, man. It sounds like you got a fucking a cause. You really got a cause there. A reason for complaint. And the reason is you. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. I tried so hard, but not got so far. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. One thing, I don't know why. I don't even know how hard. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. Keep that in mind. You guys know that Linkin Park song? That was playing all night last night. 'Cause in the end, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, that's a good song, man. Back then when that song came out, I really didn't care too much for that song. But I like that song now though. I had it on repeat. I felt like I was gothic last night. I should have picked up a guitar and started playing with them. I should have painted my fingernails black like Fake Mike. Treating me like you were my property. I have all the names and positions of each of them. Yeah, man, that sounds excellent, bro. This is what you should do, Bad Cop. This is what you should do, because I really think that you have something that folks should look into, bro. So just to be on the be in a way where folks could analyze this much cleaner for you, try to do a timeline on everything, bro. Just try to type up tonight if you don't have that timeline. If you got shit scattered all over the place, try to do a timeline. Open up a spreadsheet or take a pencil and a paper and write down on June 1st I came in encounter with Bob Schmidt, Sergeant number 97. And June 2nd I came in contact with Stacy, the commissioner, and she said this, and that. On May 9th, the police threatened with trespass, and they included a report number at 7:03 p.m. At fucking July 1st, they said you're not gonna get no FOIAs because I'd rather eat a donut. On July 9th, they told me to go, I told them to go fuck themselves. On August 11th, etc., 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 etc. Do a clean list like that, bro. A clean list like that to start with. I'm telling you, man, this is serious stuff, bro. Serious stuff. Do a clean list like that. You gotta have that timeline. You can't be guesstimating with shit like this. You cannot be guesstimating. You gotta be on point, bro. Yes, bulletproofs and references. Yes, for sure, Nicole. And with that, Mr. Bad Cop, with that on your spreadsheet, if on your spreadsheet on your computer, it's just a regular text. Open up a text file or whatever, open Office, whatever you want. And with that, with your timeline, with your dates, you should also include, if you have uploaded videos, include the links to those videos. See, on August 1st, Officer Commander told me to such and such, see this video link down below. And with that video link, you should also include your timestamps, exact timestamps, so it can save you and save whoever you're presenting this to a whole lot of time, and your writings will be concise. Everything will be clear and concise, and it would show that they'll respect you like that. It'll show that you have a solid case and everything is organized. eventually, if what you're saying is true, bro, if what you're saying is true, and you just told them to go fuck themselves, and you were kind of loud, and you were exercising your speech, which is fine, then my phone is overheating, guys. It might die out any second. If my phone dies out, it's not my fault. It's because it's overheating. But what I'm saying is, yeah, man, it sounds like, yeah, you could get that checked out. And something's funny. You need transcript for the court. Yeah, that's another good thing, solid thing. So, oh yeah, you did 365 days. So I'm pretty sure they have a transcript. If you go to your county, where the county's at,